Okay.
Hi everyone, good morning. It's another beautiful Saturday morning on Just a Chat with Bumi Alabi. How have you been and how has been your week so far? Yes, mine has been amazing as usual. Like I always say that yes, we move. We move. It doesn't mean that we're not going through some things. We are going through things. But I always thank the makeup company that invented all these beautiful makeups that makes us look good and glowing. And I try as much as possible to put my mind at rest that some things that I can't achieve, I sit back and reset and restart again. I don't just hold on to things that, oh, it has to happen, it has to happen, in as much as I'm not giving up. So, and I want to encourage you this morning to that, even though things are not working the way you expected it to work, please keep moving. Even though you are not running, just make sure that you keep moving. Yes, that's a tip for you this morning. And like usual, I'm not always alone. I have amazing ladies. Yes, I've told you that there are no more mamas. There are ladies, beautiful ladies in the building today. Please join me as I welcome our one and only Lady Avalon.
Good morning.
You're looking at me. I not use the word seductively because I'm not Mr. David. Get your eyes, eh?
Okay, should I open it like this?
Hey, open it like I'm not
open
your,
it for
I'm
too
not your
long.
crush.
Maybe. If I open it for too long, it's not me. So let me be me. That's me.
That eyes is always catching.
It's catching you.
Catching me.
It's catching. It's catching. It's catch you.
How
Good
are you
morning,
doing?
everyone. Fine.
Good
Are
to
you
have you
too?
here as a
Thank you.
business.
Our business. God is helping us in Nigeria.
God is helping you.
God is helping us. All
Yes,
of us.
I know the
Because
bag of beans now
it's
is
102,000 naira. Well, like I said, 90. Some people say 90, but from 90,000 above. So, but we're still moving.
are still eating.
They won't stop eating.
Sure, that's all.
Your just that your food will reduce. Don't ask a child now. Are you okay? Have you eaten?
No, are you?
No, you ask. Have you eaten? Not are you satisfied? Shotijel. Yes. Okay. Go and sit down.
It is well.
God will help us.
Welcome. How is that impeccable?
Fine, thank God. Good.
And on my extreme right here, I have our celebrity stylist.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Well, let me call you first. You want me to call you Mutiatu?
My name. That's not my name.
Emoji in the building.
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you? Always glowing. Alone. Yeah, it's good now. Hey, you're cashing money.
Is Akara going high? Is materials going high? Like food is going high?
She's not feeling it now. She's
Okay, I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
You should not go there.
You should not
Okay.
go there. You
Keep
have to
moving.
wear clothes now.
I'm telling you.
They buy a shebi.
People are getting married. Yes,
some
sir.
weeks ago. We bought a
Even if you
shebi.
sell 100,000, who will buy?
They
Some
buy
people don't buy.
clothes. So that's one thing.
Mm.
All right. So a quick one. We have an amazing guest here on our show today for the first time. And let me just into briefly about this beautiful lady. I'm seeing her very well now because the first time I saw her, it was very dark. But I saw her, seeing her this morning. I said, "Oh, she's so pretty." And when I see pretty ladies who are beautiful inside out, I celebrate them. Hearing her on phone, speaking on phone, I was like, oh, this lady got something that I think I need to bring out to my set. She's intelligent. She has some vibes that I love. That I remember when I was still in the Shogo day. No, I'm still in Shogo. What do you mean?
You're the one that said you're the one that concluded it.
The drive that she was giving me that day was like something that I've loved to hear from younger people, and I so much love it. I said, no, Adeola, you have to be here. Please join me as I welcome Adeola on set.
Welcome.
Is she beautiful?
Beautiful.
Good to have you. Good to have you. And I told you where we met now. She came for a program that time, the When Singles Pray. And after the program, I just sent message to her that I think she was the one that chatted me that you enjoyed the program. And she said something that really struck me, that she's in her maybe late 20s and she's already thinking that she's already of age for marriage. And I was like, late 20, already of age for marriage. I beg, and she said something that in the course of the program that somebody said that youthful age and singlehood is a gift, and you have to celebrate and embrace it. And I really held on to that this is something that you need to really tell other single ones that are really thinking, oh, I'm of age, age is not on my side, how will I get Mr. Right? You understand? But she is somebody that she's using her youthful age for something meaningful, and that's why we brought her here today. Please join me as I welcome Adeola once again. So good to have you. So we love to meet you properly and what you do.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Otomola George Adeola. I am the CEO of Excellent Events and Ushers. I style events and I plan events. I'm an event manager and not just an event planner. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
And you're not a model. I used to be when I started. I used to be, but when I got to Madam, I left it.
Who told you that, Madam? I'm a model.
But I understand. Maybe the money level has moved. I mean, you need to move higher.
I don't want to be model. Some they call you for model for like brands.
Okay for international.
Classic yourself.
Don't want you because of the money or what?
Not because of the money, but personal reason. I don't want to go deep into model.
Okay.
Personal reason. You share that personal because I too, I told you that I was and I'm still in case the opportunity comes. I don't see me. I want to make money in a legal way.
Yes, so
to use everything I have, everything God has given to me. I'm still available for brand. Though I used to advertise myself. I'm available for brand. The first model gig I got was Airtel. That time, my husband used to say, you can use what you have, as in talk to people that's as in that into agency and the likes. And he just spoke with one of his friends, and the person said, okay, I should just come for maybe what do they call it? No, is it interview? Audition. So he gave him my contact, and he just called maybe like some weeks after. I said I should come to so place for an audition. He said I should bring Asho okay. So I brought my one and only traditional wedding Asho okay, and I went there. And when I got there, I saw ladies. And when I saw ladies, I felt old. Me, I'm in the Yoruba lady, but they are fair ladies from all this Eastern part and always like you are Yoruba now, but they will think you are Igbo. You see them, so I saw them. When I saw them, I was intimidated. Fine girls with fine shape, you understand? I saw them, they call proper makeup artists to come and I don't get makeup, I just carry on my pangolo bag. I went there, they called Geles. I just did everything I could do, and I went to take the picture. They said post, I post. I did everything. My number was number 111. I can still remember 111. So after they did this, I left. Maybe like 2 weeks later, the guy just called me. He said, Madam, come to so place now. You are the only one that was picked as a lady. Well, if you see the way I rushed that place, I signed the contract like 200K for the contract. I saw the picture. They've already put my picture on the Airtel, whatever. And that was the first time I got the gig. I don't know where they did. I'm not sure they used it, but they should have paid me my money after like some months. You understand? So I was really happy. But what really happened is in that industry, if you don't know what you're doing, then let's go into that for now. But but it's something you have to just talk about, because there are a lot of ladies that want to go into that, but they don't want to really get involved in something. You understand what I'm saying? So let's talk about your business first, because that's why I really want you to be on set. Your business is 3 years now, and you've been telling me about your story. I would like you to share how everything started and how you were able to stand against all odds, because I know the journey wouldn't be easy being in the entertainment industry like that. So let's know about how it started.
How my business started. Okay. My business will be 3 years. It's not 3 years. It will be 3 years by October. Okay. It's not 3 years. So I started as a waiter in events. I always had this I enjoyed like anything about events. I enjoyed serving people then, not for the profits. I found it interesting serving at events, calling color, like, okay, you guys should put on white and black and everything. I found it very interesting. I never knew it was profitable. So I started as a server, and my first pay was 2,500. I was so happy. I was one that called the girls, about 3 of them. I told them to put on black skirts, white shirts, red tie. I found it very interesting. I never knew this is where God wanted me to. This is what God wants me to do at the end of the day. So after
So is that what you study in school? Something
no,
related?
I studied marketing.
Okay.
Marketing.
And you
Yes.
never worked as a marketer?
I did. I have. I'm a hustler. I did. I did. I worked.
So
So
maybe before we go into your business properly, just tell us your journey from school, how you navigate your. I
Your
believe
passion
that's
became
the
your
starting point.
You understand?
So
from school, I am a graduate of Yaba College of Technology.
okay.
I studied marketing. I've always had pleasure. I've always had pleasure for marketing, anything about marketing. I like talking. I like talking to people. I like to sell myself with every little opportunity I. So while I was in school, I wasn't just about whatever they taught us in class. I explored. I had the technical experience when it comes to marketing because what affects many students that they all lie down to whatever is being taught in class. They don't go out for the experience. So while I was being taught in school, I go out. I did many BA brand ambassador jobs for Milo. I did that for Bonvita. I did for different brands. So I had the practical experience of what marketing is all about.
Okay.
You know, it's different from when if you are studying medicine in school. If you don't have the practical experience, you can't compare someone with practical knowledge.
Just theory.
Yeah, so I had the
theoretical knowledge.
practical and theoretical knowledge of what marketing was all about. Weekends, while my mate was in school, I was always hustling. Like I've always because I'm the first child. So I don't have it.
So is that what really propelled you to?
Yes, and my parents. Yes, even while my dad was alive, the upbringing, my mom always told me never to depend on anyone before we lost dad. So she always told me never depend on anyone. She always tell me and my siblings, even my dad too, he always did the same. So I've always been this go-getter kind of person who I want to. I have not gotten to where I want to be. So I pray by God grace I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I've been a go-getter. I've always had this determination that I can do it and I will. With resilience, consistency, faith, it all happened. So when I graduated from school, many of my mates still had to wait. But I already had the network because while I was doing all this brand ambassador job, some of all this boss, you get my number, oh, I like the way you work and everything. So it was very, very easy for me to work in the office. So I had this determination I don't want to work for. So even while I was in school, I was doing the ushering job. Okay. And then it was 4,000 naira they paid. I found it interesting because ushering job is really underrated. It's actually the best way to network. If you want to meet people, just do this ushering job. But people were laughing at me then that hey, you go and work for 4,000 naira. They gave me different options of my colleagues. Let me not call them my friend. My colleagues are, why don't you do this and they will pay you Hookup and everything day to day. Why don't you pick up 4,000 naira? And when I was doing that 4,000 naira job, I had to use that to cover some of my expenses, school and everything. So I did it with faith, and whatever you do, be happy
Doing
it. So I
it.
was happy doing it. I never saw event planning and everything, but I just knew that one day I would meet someone. That was my aim. I didn't see that I was going to start planning my own party. So at the early age, I was doing ushering job. I was doing activation. I did bottle girls.
Okay.
I did bottle girls. I did everything all together, and I was able to network and meet a lot of people. Yes. So I followed the process. I didn't just jump. As much as a lot of people see that, oh, she's so young, controlling people. They don't know that I've paid this dues. I've done ushering job of and if I'm late, our call time was usually 7 a.m. Then if I'm late, our boss would deduct our money, and I had just 3K left with me. So I was happy with what I was doing, and I believed in myself that I would make it. So when I see some guys that don't want to, I don't make. I'm also a kind of person. I'm selective when it comes to making friends. If I see you don't have to be very good, but if I see you can't you have a low IQ, you are low-minded, you have a low thinking. I won't make friends with you because some people just want to jump. They just want to do other illegal ways. So
Shortcuts.
Shortcuts. There's no shortcut. So you have to pay your dues. Thank you, Akidele. She's my mentor. I like her. Even if a lot of people say, I like her, she paid her dues. I watched her TV show. She started with I Need to Know. She said she got a lot of no's. It was just one big yes that changed her life for good. So anything anyone is doing, you get a lot of no. This is boring. You're not doing well. It's just one connect that one will get that will change the person's life for good. So whatever you are doing, it could just be selling things. It could just be selling right.
Like she's doing.
After it was from this event planning when I went to event planning school. I'm not just an event planner all by mouth. I went to WEDEX. After that, from the money I was able to sponsor myself to Lagos Business School.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So I was able to sponsor myself. I did a course on entrepreneurship management. I just graduated last year. So I was able to sponsor myself. I was able to network. I met a lot of people. It wasn't just the money. The money was huge and it really affected me because my business is not strong enough. But I was able to network. I was the youngest in my class. They were all mommies, people older than me. Mommies, people like in their 50s.
Wow.
So they were like, what motivated you this young? They were just to come to this school. I was like, I don't want to do what you are doing now. I want to do it now. What you are just doing now, I don't want to do it when I get
Later.
I want to do it now. So when I get to your age, I will just sit down and look back, or even teach and mentor other people. So that has been the journey of resilience, determination, faith in God. It hasn't been a smooth journey. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I believe that one day, because whatever you are doing, you have to also have faith. You have to have faith in God. Okay, what I'm doing one day, just like Funke Akindele said, it is just 1 year that will change one's life for good. So nothing good comes easy. The road to success is not just a smooth road. You have to go through different challenges, a lot of no's. I remember when I used to do ushering job, when I go for all those casting and auditions, you don't have bum. No, I hire my girls, my ushers. I hire very fine girls. I'm always looking. So I don't want to talk about we're going to get it, but I'm just giving you this. So it's whatever you're doing, be happy with it. Believe in yourself and don't listen to it is faster. Take this faster route. Nothing good comes in.
So that's amazing, honestly. But I know in the course of your journey, there will be times that you really want to pull back. There will be times that you cry and you almost think of what maybe your friends are telling you. There will be times that things doesn't go smooth the way you expected. I know there are times like that actually. How were you able to come out of those seasons?
Yes, there were a lot of times, even till now. Business is not for the
faint-hearted.
As a young girl,
I know you would have wanted to go and even work with someone at a point.
Yes, even till now, it's not for the faint, and you have to be strong. You have to be very strong. So even sometimes I want to give up. Sometimes the business, let me speak pidgin, it goes sweet like say you rub God. Sometimes
It goes
nothing. I'll be crying out. Nobody, when they go and check my Instagram page, this young girl, she's doing well, but they don't know behind the scenes. I always crying that, hey God, no business.
They will even come to you for bill. They will put bills on you. This girl, like you should be.
your workers will not even believe that you don't have anything.
No, you have to pay workers. But behind the scenes, I will start crying that God, no business.
Who send me work?
So it's not for the faint-hearted. They said, the crown, he who wears the crowns knows his way. So people don't know what I go through, but they think it's just easy. Now everybody wants to be an event planner, but they don't know event planners to do with people management. You have to manage. Nobody can craze. When you tell a vendor call time is 8, the vendor, you've been preaching this, you've created a group, you've done vendors meeting. At the end of the day, the vendor gets to the event by 9, or say this patch, the logistic was this, that. So people management, risk management, it entails a lot. So for the setbacks, sometimes some people would like to discourage. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? This business. Some people say, why don't you? Some people will say, why don't you? All those this thing. How am I going to put it? All those events. Why don't you leave it and just face something else? Why don't you leave the business and face something else and everything? This one that you don't get job every time. But no, I believe in myself. Because my plan is to expand. I opened a rental store for ushers. Yes, I've not gotten big yet.
So if I have an event and I need ushers,
and you want to rent items. So,
Okay.
Items like
Right.
what?
yeah, clothes, yeah,
Outfit,
yes,
okay.
That's good. Wow, that's beautiful.
That's it's so interesting, and I just want to sit back, listen to you, and not ask questions. But
Sure.
that's not me. You know, people do say that if you don't know anybody, you can get job. If you don't take this route, you can get job. If you don't use your body, you can get anything. You just pay. How have you been coping with that?
Okay. So when people say you have to know someone to get job, that's true. But how do you network when you just sit down at home?
Yeah.
Or when you are not even friendly with
You
people.
are not friendly. I said I started from ushering job. That is part of the process I'm talking about. So all those times when I did the ushering job, I was able to meet people. No, those are not my clients. Your network, like they say, is your network. So you don't have to sleep with, because by the time I start sleeping with men today, I can't come to the shows. Because they say, by the time they watch my video, don't be this one will be done. But you don't have to like lower yourself or sleep with anybody to get any job. By the time they won't even want to come and meet you, because they know your value, the way you talk, the way you talk. So you don't have to go through that route before you network. One can just go out. If you're a business owner, you have to go out. You can go out, have your business card. What I do, every opportunity I have, I use the opportunity to sell my brand, to sell myself as a business owner. This is what I do. How can I help you next time? Even if you're not going to need my service immediately, I will save your number. I save that number immediately. I know, okay, one day week would be useful to you.
Yeah.
So you can't just sit there as a business owner and expect, you've prayed in church and you're saying, hey, Pastor, my prayer did not answer. You can't expect miracle to happen. You have to action. I don't know Bible, but it said your faith with action. Your action has to be put in place with your faith. You are praying to God. Oh God, I want my business to bloom. You have to go out, network. You have to read books. You have to watch videos online on YouTube. Some people, their phone is using them. They are not using their phone. This phone, I don't have any of it. I just use my phone. So my phone is not using me. I'm using my phone. Whenever I'm free, I watch videos online, YouTube. How can I meet people in this industry? What are my competitors doing that I'm not doing? So you don't have to sleep with anyone. You don't have to useless your body to get to the top. Because if you useless your body to get to the top, it will tell. If I don't want to believe Funke Akindele, because she's one of my strong mentors, did that. Because look at her now. So it will tell as time
Goes on.
It will tell. It will tell, especially when you get popular. The internet does not forget. They will bring it that, oh, this is what she did and everything. When they know that, oh, I know how this girl started as a leader. I know how she started as an usher. I know her process. During your process, God is preparing you for the top. When you get to the top, yes, for the top. And during that process, you are gathering clients. Whatever business you are doing, you are networking, you are meeting with people, you are selling yourself. You are not just, every time I have opportunity to talk to anybody, I use the opportunity to sell myself. I don't have to, because I believe everybody I meet is my potential client. Everybody you meet is your potential customer. So every opportunity I have to step out, I ensure I sell myself as a brand.
Wow.
When you sell yourself as a brand,
Sell
Okay,
yourself.
sorry.
Sell yourself as a brand. Did you key that?
Yeah.
Sell yourself. So what
Yourself.
selling?
What are you selling?
Selling point.
So for every opportunity you have, you sell yourself. I would like to ask this question. From your story, I will say that Yoruba would say that Toba Biomo Umatura Ibi, and that's what I can pick from your story. And I want to ask this question because for the sake of younger people and for the sake of parents that will be listening, because I've seen a lot of parents looking at their children's inability to judge their future. And I had a child tell me yesterday that the mom called someone useless and called her another name, and it really entered her so much. So I'm saying that, did your parents see this potential in you? Did you exhibit anything when you were in any traits when you were in secondary school that your father saw? Or were you just a very cool, calm girl that didn't see some of these things, but as you were growing up, you started picking it, so that we'll give our children opportunity to grow and avoid comparison? with other children. Like you said, some of your mates, what they were doing, you had actually gone further. Do you understand my question? So I'd like to talk a brief about your secondary school. Did your parents see it, and how are you able to?
Parents.
Did they see some of this, or you didn't have some of these things when you grew into it?
I think, okay, when I planned my first event, my mom called me because I invited her to check out my room. And then she told me that, do I remember that when I last born, okay, when she did the naming ceremony of her last born, I was one. I think I was as young as 14, 13.
Okay.
I used cardboard to do something like decoration everywhere.
Okay.
Then I wrote, welcome to the naming ceremony of my daughter.
Okay. Okay.
Instead, I shared souvenirs. I arranged
Okay.
white plastic chairs.
Okay. All right. Good.
As early as 14.
As early as 14.
So when I was in church, yes, I
Okay.
like creating different styles. So anytime it's children, one want to do children day,
Okay.
yes, I'm always their leader. I'll be the one to tell them, okay, it's time to dance, it's time to. So I was already doing all this in church.
Okay.
Then for my upbringing, my parents were strict though. I never liked my mom until when I started growing that we are
Wow.
not best friends. We are not best friends.
Wow.
When I was growing, I never liked my mom was strict.
Mm.
My dad was very strict. I had restrictions. I can't just go out and have friends and everything. In fact, when I was in SS3, there was one time that I did my my WAEC, I did well. I was like, okay, there's no point to go to school anymore. I just need to write my jam. So I think I wasn't feeling fine. I went to my friend's place. I wore uniform. I was supposed to go to school.
Okay.
My mom called my teacher. She found out. And when I go home, she said, when I go to school, may the Lord be with me. When I got to school, they called us, Tofek school, they called me out the assembly ground. They gave me 24. I can't forget.
Yeah.
In my bag.
Wow.
24. My
Mm.
mom was
Courtesy of
very
your mom.
my mom. I didn't like her when I
Wow.
was growing.
Mm.
I people asked, are you sure you don't give it to me? I did not see that all these things she was preparing me for the
Okay.
best. My dad too was very strict. My dad was very strict. But now everybody likes my relationship with my mom because we are she's my best friend. I don't
So she saw some of those things.
so and she trained me in the training. Yeah.
If you know the way your mom has recommended you to me, as in, you know that she's the best, you know, the way she has been telling me about you before this year. She has been telling me about my daughter, this, my daughter. I was like, this daughter you're even talking to, is she an invisible daughter? But you know, when I now met you, I said, no wonder she has been recommended. So I think she played a very, very huge role in referring you, and her spirit backs up what you're doing. Because there are a lot of parents that they disconnect from what their children is doing, but she has seen that in her, and she encouraged and she ensured, because this industry, ushering industry, if you are not careful, if you don't have a very strong
Backup.
no, apart from backup, as a mind of your own, you would derail. It's a very, very, you would have been using your ushers as hookups. As the chief, you will be the chief hookups. You understand? So it's somebody that has a very strong mind. It's someone that can go into, and I think that upbringing from your parents, it's really helped you. I want to say shout out to mommy, Madam Wura Ola. She just celebrated her 50th years birthday. I want to celebrate you. Thank you for raising this amazing lady, and I'm sure that you've laid a path for your younger ones. Because that's where the most important thing when you have a first child, as you put in all your best. First what they feel, maybe their parents hate them. I think it's a very, very
happens.
That they hate them. But I think
I think one thing I have come to realize in parenting that, you know, she's also testifying to. There are times you're training your children, they're going to find it hard. You yourself, you sit down and like ask yourself, am I not too hard on this child? But I believe that for every training we put in a child, it will always come out the best. Now she can recommend her because she has trained her and she has stood by her and she has not been a faint-hearted parent. You understand? So I think as parents, we also need to be strong. Because if she's not strong, she lost her father. She would have given up and made her feel that, see, I can't stand it again. You can go fend for yourself. So at that time when she needed the mother stood for her and she was able to, like, you know, strengthen her, even not financially, but you can do this thing. Go ahead and do it. You understand? So we can see the potentials in our children. All those things we're putting together looks like very small. Some of our children can organize clothes. Mommy, you don't look like this. You look like this. And sometimes we think it's a joke. you know. But when they grow up, those things will find their way into their future. Let's just see through into their future, not condemn them. A child can talk very well. Can you see the talking in the future of that child? The child can draw very well. Can you see the future in the drawing of that child? So I celebrate you so much. And kudos to your mom.
Yeah, this mom. And I believe if your dad were to be alive, he too would have done your. For some weeks ago, we were talking about the role of the father in raising the child. And I think it's not just about the mother alone. Both parents should join hands together. Like she rightly said that parents should be observant of their child's trend. You know, a child that talks much, you say, oh my ultimate sorrow, keep quiet, you talk too much.
I said I draw on the wall. My house, go let me look
the strength in that, honestly, it's very, very important. And another thing, you know, parents of millennial, you said you are a millennial.
Yes.
What thing we do now?
They say you people
What are we?
you don't know.
But me, I'm child of school. You know, the way to parent, the way we parent this Gen Z, the Gen Z, we are having, we're talking that over and over that, you know, like if you treat a Gen Z the way your mom treated you, you might lose that child forever. So, but you know, in the course of parenting tips that we'll be teaching that you can even learn all about, you can learn how to train your child to do things in the right way. Yes. Yeah, because there are different strokes from different areas. So learn the right way to train your child in the right way so that you don't lose that child. There are so many opportunities, there are so many exposure, so different things that can expose a child. Honestly, Adeola, thank you very much for coming. Your last take.
No, I have. Yes, I have a question.
We are
Okay.
time. Very quickly, I give you one
Yes,
minute to just
yes. You know, I do hear that. Will you call yourself an independent lady? I want you to answer that question before I go further.
When I don't tell him I'm an independent lady because most guys they are lazy. Some of them, the ones they hear that this young girl, this is what she's doing, they would want to use one. So that's why if you see that quote, it's like I'm not an independent lady, I'm a soft girl. But of course, I'm an independent lady. I don't have to rely on anyone. I'm also a soft girl.
Okay, and you know they do say that independent ladies, soft, whatever you call yourself, that's they don't think about marriage. What do you know about marriage? What do you, as in your perspective about marriage?
Everything I've learned about marriage so far is from my mom. She told me, and what I've read online, and probably all the seminars, programs I've attended. Marriage, she's always like, let me use my mom language. Marriage is a university that you never graduate from. She said, when you marry, that you might marry someone is best, is loving, and when you marry, you start knowing, like, seeing some things that you didn't even notice in him at all. And as an independent lady, of course, I want to marry because that's what makes a lady complete. Adeori, I have to marry at the end of the day. But at the same time, marriage, I ask myself, am I prepared? Yes. But what like I always tell myself that single period is a waiting period.
Sure.
Probably God is preparing me because I'm not perfect. I've got my flaws. But probably God is preparing me to, okay, you have to work on this character before you get married. Because when you get married, your husband will not be able to tolerate this. This thing you do at home that your mom tolerates, your husband is just coming from somewhere else. He doesn't know, he has not been living with you. Can it tolerate that? So I am using this period to work on me
yourself.
because nobody is perfect.
So
Yes.
We are bringing you back here because I've already seen far beyond here with you. Honestly, thank you for coming.
Thank
to
you.
this show. Thank you for giving us as in tips to help the younger ones because I believe a lot of young ladies are really watching this and I'm sure they are learning from you because looking at you, they know that you have what it takes to do what they
Sure.
call
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You understand, but you are not using that. Rather, you are using it in a more positive. All right, thank you very much, Adeola, for coming. Please, if people want to reach out to you, because I know, yes, I'm having events. Anytime I'm having events, sure, you are my, as a,
Yes,
you are
so
my plug. You are my plug. Everyone, yeah. So how can they reach out to you?
I'm on Instagram as excellent events and ushers. Excellent underscore events and underscore ushers. Excellent events and ushers. I also have a page for my decor because I am an event artist.
Okay.
Yeah, so Excellent Events Decor. But you can reach out to me with any of the two, and I'm going to give you a fast response.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, if you have any question for Adeola, just drop it in the comments. What's your take on, as being an entrepreneur, as a young lady? You know, do you use what you have to get what you need, or you want to wait on God? How do you maximize your singlehood? You know, she said something very striking, that the single period, the waiting period, maybe for marriage or something, that, you know, because marriage is what is on the mind of a lot of young ladies. It's a time for her to prepare herself in a business. You know, if she's maybe she's in a relationship, she's married now, she might not really have that time.
Yeah.
Not that you won't, not that
She's
you
not-
won't.
I like the fact that she's not even saying that it's the man that is delaying. I'm working on myself. So, you
To
know,
prepare myself, you know, this is time for you to prepare yourself,
that's her
make your
attitude.
money. And that one doesn't mean, yeah, character
That's
attitude.
her
So that one
attitude.
doesn't mean that, okay, any man that comes your way. So, okay, maybe final stuff. Are you open to relationship? You want to say it again? You want to say it again? Anyway, guys, if you are interested, guys, but you know, before
Single and special is available.
Single
Single and special is available.
Yes, I cannot see God, and I will trash it. I
Yes,
want to monitor that process. It's very important to me.
Potential.
Because nobody guys should just come and just kill the vibe of this young lady.
So attract platinum.
What table
Single
do you
and
have?
special.
If she's bringing something to the table, guys, do you
have
have
a table? What
For her
kind
to
of
put some-
table?
Because she's loaded. Yeah.
Loaded. She's not just in the but she's soft.
So to come your way again. Next, please do subscribe to this channel. Oh, drop your comments, like it, share with someone, share it with your daughter. If you have a daughter that is
Not only
striving,
daughter.
or your son, your children, your youth, as in send it to them. Please share this video with them. They are going to learn something from me. So till we come your way again next week for another interesting episode of Just a Chat with Bumi Alabi. We are saying Happy Children's Day.
It's coming soon.
Children's Day is
Beautiful.
coming. Yes, Children's Day. Yeah, happy Children's Day to amazing children. Yes.
Yeah, child. I even love this topic, so it's Happy Children's Day. Happy Children's Day for me.
Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Have an amazing weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.